Hi, Dr. Grace. Last week I talked about where does your loneliness come from? It can be from somebody passing away. It can be from maybe divorce or separation, empty nest. It can be something you have done, like walking away from people, group of people, or you have pushed people away that used to be close to you. For whatever reason, you may be experiencing loneliness right now. But I want to start out by saying that you are not alone. God promised Jesus is with you and he cares for you. So you are not alone and you are very much loved. That's a fact, and we'll go from there. Now, even though you know Jesus loves you and he's with you, that doesn't take away the feelings of loneliness you experience. We all experience. So I just wanted to just give you one suggestion and awareness too. Because a lot of times when we are feeling lonely, sometimes it's not just the loneliness. There is another feeling called resentment, maybe that you experience towards people around you. How come nobody seems to care? How come nobody's calling me? How come nobody is checking up on me? It could be your children that's not calling, your best friend who's not calling, and people who you thought should care don't seem to care, and that hurts. And that does not make you feel any better. So when you are feeling lonely and you become aware, sometimes it just takes more negative feelings because you become resentful too. So when you are feeling this way, the first thing you want to do is stop focusing on yourself. Stop looking at yourself. Oh, how lonely I am. How, well, nobody seems to care. Well, there's a new word that I learned last week called FOMO. Have you heard of it? FOMO, fear of missing out. Now that's a young adult vocabulary, fear of missing out. Well, adults, older people feel that way too, fear of missing out. Whatever is going on, you're missing out and you feel lonely and maybe hurt too. I would suggest as a takeaway for today's little 5-minute session to look around you and look for lonely people. If you look for lonely people, I almost bet you'll find at least one person in your life who you could sense that they're lonely and they're struggling. Whatever their situation may be, you know they're lonely. So I would suggest, strongly suggest, stop focusing on yourself and why you're lonely. Because somebody's not calling. Well, they are not including me in their life as they should. Instead, once you start to focus on yourself, it's endless and it just is unhealthy. So what I suggest is look around you and look for somebody that you know, not just somebody off the street. I'm talking about somebody you know that you do have a good sense that they're lonely too. Reach out to them. Invite them for lunch. Write email or card. Reach out to them. And why not you be the person that God is using to reach out to that person's loneliness? When you are the angel that's touching one person's life while they are struggling with your loneliness, it's amazing how you feel lonely less. You feel less lonely. So you feel better. You feel like you've done something on God's behalf, on another person's behalf, and you feel better. And now stop thinking about why they don't deserve my attention. Oh, they did this to me. They did that to me. I don't know about that person. Oh, I don't think I will get along. Once you start to analyze everything, it only goes south. So you don't want to analyze why you don't want to reach out to that person. Just do it. Just reach out and say, hi, how are you? How was your weekend? How was your holidays? Do you want to go for a walk? It could be, do you want to meet for tea, coffee, whatever that's natural for you and for that particular person. Reach out to one other lonely person and you will find that you are less lonely as a result. So I hope that helps, and we'll see you next week.